I like how we vibing. 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 I like how we vibing.
This video is sponsored by our channel sponsor, which is 015. You can find them on 015.co.za for some premium web hosting from as little as 45 Rand 90 cents. I mean, 45.90. Think about it. That's not a lot. And you will get some premium domains. And I personally would advise you on getting maybe the Supreme or the Executive packs, because it comes with a lot of benefits and a lot more storage. And you can host multiple websites on one package, you know. And this is, since we are talking businesses and growing your businesses, you can actually get your business registered by them. And there's some benefits, you know. You can get a name reservation, company registration, a certificate, income tax number, and you can even get a free.co.za domain if you pick one of the higher packages, or you can get a free QuickBooks subscription for 3 months. For 3 months. Yo, that's nice. You know, that's really, really nice. And if you want a website, they can actually develop a website for you at a very affordable rate of starting from 2,100, excluding VAT, I think. But it's not a lot. Think about it. 2,100. You spend a lot more on other things. But yeah, and once again, executive plans and supreme plans, you literally get free domains. They, for the first year, they are literally out here trying to win you guys over. Anyway, let's continue with the video. Anyway, welcome to another episode of Tutorial Tuesday, and we are still on the 4th line item, and this should be the final video in that series, which is about suppliers. So now we're going to be doing invoices, expenses / bills by suppliers, as well as credits, credit notes or refunds, and we're also going to be doing payments. So yeah, so those are the 3 line items we're looking to cover in this section. So let's get started, man. So we are going to get started by, you see the 2 purchase orders we did in the last video. If you haven't seen it, you can check it out somewhere. It should be somewhere up here. So there's 3 ways of actually doing this. Yes, we're back to having 3 ways of doing things. So there's 3 ways. The first way of doing it is you can literally add a bill right here, but we're not gonna do it like that. We're gonna go to new, and we're gonna record an expense. That is the first way. I'm actually lying. This is not for this section. No, I'm lying. This is not for this section. So we're actually gonna go to new and create a bill. Not an expense, a bill. So an expense is one that you've already incurred. A bill is something that you've incurred it, but you haven't paid it yet. So that's how they've done it. So sorry about that. So you're gonna go to new and then say bill. The supplier, in this case, we're gonna say Charles, and says, hey, you've got a purchase order. I'm gonna be like, yes, I've got a purchase order. I'm going to add that purchase order because Charles has invoiced me, but it has come back and Charles said, no, Sean, this was a big independent review. It took us 15 hours. It didn't take us 10 hours as you projected, so it took us 15 hours. I'm like, no problems. So we updated it. Now independent review service is expensive in this life. So now we're sitting at 17,000. So cool, we've received it, and we'll save and close. That's how we created our first bill. The second way of doing it is to add bill from here, from the dashboard. You can simply say add bill. I'm literally hearing donkeys, guys. In the burbs. Wow, okay. Anyway, the next bill is from JJ the consultant. JJ, no. I'm actually gonna change that. I'm gonna say Lesego Accounting Services. That's who our next bill is gonna be from. You can either, I'm not gonna do it here. I'm gonna do it under item, because remember, Lesego and I have an arrangement. She does bookkeeping services for me. Lesego says to me, Sean, you wanted me to do a service for you. You wanted me to prepare to do the bookkeeping for 15K Entertainment and prepare the trial balance and all of that for you. Here it is. And I am giving you 20 man hours. That's literally how many hours it took us to complete that. I'm like, no problem, Lesego. 20 man hours. Or we can even say 30 man hours. 30 man hours. I'm like, no problem, Lesego. I understand. And that's where we were. Lesego is not VAT registered. She is VAT registered. So I'm gonna say standard. And yeah, so that's the total. So that's how you'd create the next one. So if you've got somebody that you're subcontracting and all of that, you see, that's why it's easier to add this product and service. So now Lesego has done that. 350, 30 hours, 450, and then we're gonna save and close. Yeah, it's expensive, yeah. And the third and final way of doing this is by going to expenses, and you're literally going to go to JJ's purchase order right here. I'm gonna take JJ's purchase order and actually I'm gonna say view. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. So close it. I'm going to take JJ's purchase order, and then where it says copy to bill, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy to bill. So, and JJ and I agreed that I'll pay him 30 days later. And business branding, JJ and we agreed on that. He's happy. He sent me an invoice. It's linked to my purchase order, and I'm just gonna save and close. And that is literally how you create bills or invoices in the system. You can go up to new, or you can come in here and say new. The other way is to convert the purchase orders. Or you can even come here. You see where it says new transaction. You can click on it and say bill. Literally. That's another way. That's actually one of the easiest. Either here or up here. So bill, you can say bill. Let's say, I want to choose JJ the consultant. And then I say to JJ, since JJ is also in the business of renting out, or in the property business, I say, JJ, please find a property for me. So I'm going to say, what am I making of? Professional, legal and professional fees once again. Property. Rivonia branch. Location scouting. Yeah, let's say I'm getting JJ to find property for me, and I'm saying to him, look, I'll pay you 3,500 rand just to find me a property. So then that's that, and save and close. So now JJ has provided 2 services for me. See, all of these invoices are our bills are starting to pile up. And that's literally how you do a bill or an invoice. So we're going to go back to dashboard and do reimbursements, or not reimbursements, credit notes, credit notes. You go to new and you'll see here supplier credit. I'm going to choose Charles. Charles says to me, Sean, we've been working together for a while. You provided a service for me. I am literally going to give you a credit on the last invoice. I'm like, no problem, Charles. Thank you. So then he goes independent review. 50K entertainment. So now he says, I'll give you 3 hours of credit notes. I'm like, cool, that works for me. He's a VAT supplier, so the VAT will apply. And that's how you would do it if you had the item as already loaded here, See, this is why I said adding the product and services made so much sense. You just literally come here and you click it, and that's that. So we're gonna save and close. That's the first credit note. And then the second credit note, you go to expenses. So you go to new transaction, and then you go here and you say supplier credit. JJ the consultant, and this is for the legal and professional. Nope. So remember, category legal and professional services, legal and professional fees, professional branding. So JJ's like, we've been friends for a while, I'll give you 500 and discount. I'm like, okay, JJ, out of scope. Don't forget to change it to out of scope. And the head office, it's part of businesses. So we go there, and we've received our 500 rand from JJ. So save and close. We're happy with that, right? That's pretty basic. It's pretty standard. You know how to create a credit note. You know how to create an invoice. You know how to create a purchase order. Lastly, as we are going to receive or make payments. So we say dashboard, get things done. So the first way of doing it is by going to pay bill. My account is looking very dry. Don't worry, I'm gonna adjust it. Don't worry. Remember, these invoices, a lot of these I have to pass on to the customer. So in the next episode, these accounts will make sense to you. So I'm paying, say, FNB sub account. The balance is looking very shocking, but I will correct all of these. So I'm gonna pay Charles I've got a credit facility on this account, so don't worry when it's in the red. I've got a credit facility. There's an overdraft. So I'm paying Charles his money, and the reference would be, I'm going to make the reference normally the reference would be the invoice number, but I don't have the invoice number with me off by head. For the next one we'll see it, but for now I'm just gonna say that. So that's how much we are paying. So I'm gonna say save and close. That's how you first would pay the first one. All right, save and close. And then the other way is to go to new and say pay bills. And I'm paying JJ the consultant. I'm gonna pay him for both of his invoices. No, I'm actually gonna pay him for one. I'm gonna pay him and call it invoice. I have a feeling it's the second invoice I did, so I'm just gonna say invoice 002 for the sake of this, and I'm gonna save and close. And then the third way of doing it is by going to expenses. I'm gonna go to JJ's bill. I'm gonna go to JJ's bill, and I'm gonna, where it says make payment, and I'm gonna make payment. So JJ, the reference is invoice 04. I'm just gonna make it reference 04, and I'm gonna save and close. And then lastly, let's go to new transaction. Where's PayPal? They don't have it here. I was supposed to. I guess they removed it. But anyway, the last one that I'm gonna make is make a payment to. Let's say so make payment there. And I'm gonna make that invoice. It's based on that, and then I'm gonna save and close. We have literally paid all of our invoices and bills. There is zero amount outstanding in this life. Yeah, so that's literally how you how you create a bill, how you create a credit note, and how you make a payment. The next section will be dealing with, let's see what the next section is all about. Banking. So banking, I'm gonna create a couple of invoices from those customers for those services that I received and I paid for. And then when we do banking, I will show you some transactions and some stuff. So yeah, I should have left 1 or 2 suppliers, but I'll do it from customers section. So I'll do it from a customer section. Actually, I might leave 1 or 2. I might actually go back to one of the suppliers and void one of the payments, so that when I do this transaction this way, you will get to have an idea of what happens when we import the bank statements and stuff like that. So yeah, anyway, don't forget to check us out, the Com Clinic Zere on Twitter, the Compliance Clinic on Instagram, and Compliance Clinic on YouTube, LinkedIn, and our website mcponline.co.za, or you can just email us, connect@mcponline.co.za. Love, peace, and prosperity.